Cheers. Kanpai.
Do you like Japanese beer?
A lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're some of my favorite lagers are Japanese. I think. I really like super dry, and I really like ebisu.
Oh, ebisu.
Yeah, it's probably my top picks.
I went to London and I drink in England beer, and the beer is not cold.
Yeah. So England has very different types of beers usually.
Really?
So I think in terms of lagers, like Asahi, like Ebisu, like Kirin, they don't make in England very good lager. But for ales, so like, do you have ales here? A few, I think. Ale.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think I've seen a few ales, but I really like English ale. And English ales usually had warmer, so it's like a darker beer.
Everything is not cold.
So you will have cold lagers often, and then some things will be cold, some things won't be cold, but it depends on what you're drinking. But most Japanese beer, I think, was inspired by Germany. Is my understanding. So I know a lot about beer. So
about beer rather than us. About Japanese. Do you often drink Japanese beer?
Now I'm in Japan. Often. It's hard in England because it's so far. You don't get much Japanese beer, especially like actual Japanese beer. In England, there's Asahi, but it's actually made in Italy. Yeah, so they make Asahi in Italy, but it's not real Asahi. It's a bit different. Yeah, the ingredients are a bit different. So the taste's just a little. It's not the same. Yeah. I think in Europe, Asahi operates from Italy, and then they'll export from Italy to England. But,
Why did you come to Japan?
So I'm studying, master's student.
What study?
I'm studying economics. Yeah, it's
Difficult.
very difficult. Everyone's very smart.
Do you study economics by Japanese?
No,
English.
it's in English. Yeah. Yeah, but it's very difficult.
Yes.
Everyone's very smart.
Do you have to make a report every week?
Yes. So I have a lot of homework. So if any of my classmates are watching this, sorry. Ditching the group activity.
So why in Japan?
So the university is very good. First things first, and very cheap in compared to. So because I think it's because it's a public university. Compared to England, it's maybe a quarter of the price. It's a lot cheaper, but it's still a highly ranked university. So that's. And also, I like Japan. I've been here a few times. So. Yeah.
How many times did you come to Japan?
4. Yeah.
When is your first time?
So my first time was when I was young. I was 12, I think.
With your
With my family, and I don't remember much. But you know, it was my first time having.
Wow. Where did you go?
We went just to Tokyo and Kyoto.
How was it?
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think, yeah, very, very different. Very different. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. But yeah, but it's I like this place.
Next time is.
So the next time, I went on a big holiday with a friend of mine when I was 20.
Okay.
And that was, we were students, so we were very poor. So we didn't eat very well, but we traveled everywhere. So I saw so many places, and it was so much fun. Really beautiful. Really, really. I think the furthest south we got was a place called Yakushima.
Did you went?
We went hiking.
It takes a lot of time.
We slept on the mountain. There was an old abandoned house.
Is it not tent house?
Not tent, like a. I have a picture. Do you want to see a picture?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you can.
Wow.
It was abandoned. Bit scary.
Nobody.
Like a ghost house, yeah. On the
House,
mountain.
Nobody.
Nobody lived there. But it was at the top of the mountain.
Wow.
It's not your Airbnb?
Did you sleep in the house?
Yeah, in a sleeping bag. And
そうなんですけど、骨せんべいですね。
わあ、すごい。
あとこれが珍味の点で、これがうなぎのハム仕立てですね。あとこれお味噌ですね。味噌とうなぎが入ってます。で、煮こごり、うまき、うざくですね。
ああ、美味しそう。いいだっけ？いるボン。
Eel butt?
ボン。
Can you eat it?
Yeah.
Is that it? Can you eat the bone?
You can eat.
You can eat.
Yeah.
Exciting.
ハン。イルハン。味噌。Do you know 味噌？
I like the.
Like 味噌スープ。
Yeah. And then is that jelly eel?
Yes, jelly. うなぎジェリー。うなぎジェ
So
リー。
there's a dish like that in London. Actually, I've never tried it, but
Okay.
it's famous for. So I'll be interested to try this one. How do I eat it?
Whatever
So-
you want.
Whatever. Okay. So is
Can
this
you eat wasabi?
wasabi? Yeah. What would I have the wasabi with?
Maybe this. Maybe.
いただきます。
どうぞ。
That is not the texture I was expecting. That's really nice.
No taste?
No taste.
No. It has taste. It has a taste. The taste is
Not the ham.
not ham. And the texture is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like sort of melts away. It's almost a bit buttery.
Buttery.
Like, oh, it's really lovely. It's really lovely.
Okay, you can eat itself little by
This is
little.
it.
Little by little. It's tough.
It's good. It's very strong.
Strong.
That is, yeah. It's just very strong flavor. Like, it's good.
Good for
Yeah.
yes, alcohol.
Ah.
A strong one is with maybe.
It's not.
Good idea.
Yeah. My name is Miyuki.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. I forget.
Yeah.
I forget
My name is
Daisuke, Miyuki.
Yes.
Sorry, my name is Kamran. Kamran.
Kamran.
It's difficult, I know. It's a weird name.
Thank you.
Of course.
すごい音。
So, are you two from Tokyo, or do you live elsewhere?
No. Originally, Yamaguchi Prefecture. Do you know?
Well, I should. I do.
Maybe did you went there?
I
Next to Hiroshima.
Oh, next generation.
Between Fukuoka and Hiroshima.
We live in main island. The end of main island.
End of the main island.
Yes.
What are there big cities in?
We have no
We
picture.
No, no.
Yeah.
Small cities?
Biggest city is Shimonoseki. There is famous of puffer fish.
No, I don't think I've ever. Because I've been to Hiroshima
Yes.
and I've been to what else is around there?
Okayama.
No, Saga's in
Kyushu.
Kyushu. Yes. Nagasaki's also in Kyushu.
Did you went to Fukuoka?
Fukuoka
Yes.
is Kyushu.
Yes.
We must.
I don't. I've gone
Yeah,
through.
maybe
Yeah.
you
Hmm. So next time I'll definitely start.
yes, please.
I think this is my favorite so far. This one, the jelly. It's
Oh, really?
yeah, definitely. It's. I think it balances the flavor the best. So I think this was too strong flavor, and maybe this one was not strong enough. And I think this is the nice balance of you're getting there. I don't know.
Where did you go when you were 20 years old? What else?
So where else did I go? So I went to when I was 20. I went to Yakushima, Kagoshima,
Kagoshima.
Kumamoto,
So many places.
Hiroshima, Kyoto, Osaka, Nara.
Oh,
Kobe.
Not Kobe.
Nara.
Not Kobe.
Did you
Nara.
start from the south?
We started from Tokyo
Tokyo.
and got a train all the way down,
Okay.
and then went back.
There was
Yeah, bus.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good one.
And so we then went to Takayama in Gifu. Do you know?
Like a very world heritage. Did you see?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House,
The house. Yeah.
I want to go there.
So
very,
it's-
very nice.
It is really truly beautiful. I thoroughly recommend going.
Wow. Did you stay in the? No.
No, we did. We were staying in internet cafes.
Oh, really?
こちら肝串ですね。
We have never seen it. This is river.
Ooh,
never.
that sounds exciting.
失礼します。
はい。
ちょっと待ってね。お客様のこれ
はい。
いいですか。
すみません。
は
はいい。ありがとうございます。Sorry.
でうなぎは生のままだと血みどきがあるので、
はい
今身の方が多分半透明ですけど、それが白くなったら。
The egg. The egg eel was so good. Oh. The egg and eel mix was really good.
Very good.
Really good, yeah.
で半分ぐらい食べ進めたら、
はい。
こちらの卵で卵をもう入れたら火を止めます。半分ぐらい食べると食べて卵を閉じにしてで火を止めます。
So normally do you live in London?
Yeah. So in England I live in London. But yeah, obviously now I'm living. How is this eaten? Do I eat it off the stick or?
This is sansho. How can I explain? My dictionary. Japanese paper.
It tastes quite peppery. 3 almost. Yeah.
Very. So did you went to north side in Japan?
So I have been once to the
Once.
north. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was in my third time I was here. So I did a short exchange at Waseda.
Waseda.
Yeah, so I did an exchange there for a short time. So whilst I was there, I went up to see the ice festival, the Yuki Matsuri
Yuki Matsuri.
in Sapporo, which is very beautiful.
Have you had sukiyaki?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the. So it's not the same as shabu shabu.
Shabu shabu.
So I've.
Yes.
It's the same. Okay. So I once did, yeah. This is.
Eat with raw egg.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Is that safe?
Yes. Japanese one is safe.
Oh wow.
Don't you eat raw egg in England?
Do you know tamago kake gohan?
Tamago kake
I don't think so. What is tamago kake gohan?
gohan.
Raw egg on the rice. And shoyu.
I've had that before. In I think it was in Himeji.
Yes.
Oh,
Himeji Castle.
Yeah,
In front
yeah.
of them. We ate. Yeah, we ate. Did you went there?
Yes, I did. I completely forgot about it.
Many
That's
people make queue in front of the shop, restaurant.
Yeah.
You can eat more.
Thank you. I need to put the nuts. So how do I eat the egg?
Yes. And
Ah,
yes. And turn off the fire.
力出しますね。これが箸がお醤油ですね。これ山椒ですね。おすすめの食べ方はこのお塩とわさび。にも白いつぼにも塩入ってきて、その塩とそちらの粉山椒。お醤油をね持ってきたけど使わない方がうなぎの旨味がわかる。
わかりまし
どうしてもかけたかったらもちろんかけていいですけど。
わかりました。
あとはかば焼きの方をこう定食仕立てにしてもうすぐできます。
はい。He recommends it's good for unagi, wasabi and salt. And if you like this one, you can put this sansho, Japanese pepper. And he doesn't recommend soy sauce, but he
he brings it.
yeah.
Justy.
How long do you go to school? 4 years?
Hmm?
How long do you go to school?
So it's 2 years.
2 years.
But if I do a PhD, it could be 3 more. So that would be 5 years. But everyone else is much smarter than me. Everyone in my course is a lot smarter than me. So I think I probably won't be doing a PhD. But yeah, so I also need to pass my masters that I might fail. It's honestly very difficult.
You can do it.
Did you like it?
Oh, this is delicious, yeah. No, this is amazing. It's like, it's a lovely mix of flavors. I think I don't know what plant is, one of the vegetables is giving a really nice, like, almost bitterness to balance it out, which is really nice. Because I think the flavor is it's really good but quite strong, and then it's balanced out by this sort of bitter plant, which I do not know the name of.
I have a question. English people often eat fish and chips.
Yeah.
Really? Is it
It depends on where you are,
good?
and obviously your family. I think in London,
Yes.
maybe it's less and less.
Yes.
Like, there's not as many as used to. Maybe people have fish and chips once a month,
Once a month.
or maybe 5 times a year. But if you're at the seaside, like on the beach,
すごく。ああ、すごい。
これはタレですね。でもう十分まぶしてるんで、
はい
まずそのまま食べてもらって、それからかけてもらう。
はい。
足りなければですね。
はい。
yeah. So if you're ever on the seaside, like you're ever by the beach, you'll often have a lot of fish and chips. And it also depends if you've got a good restaurant near you as well. So where I lived in London, there weren't many good restaurants, but by chance, when I went to university in England, in the north, in a place called Durham, there's a really lovely fish and chip shop called Bell's. If anyone's ever in Durham, go to Bell's. It's my recommendation. And their fish and chips is just really, really lovely. So obviously, if you've got a really good place, you're going to go more. So I used to go once a month, or maybe twice a month even.
Everybody can eat whole chicken chips, fish and chips. Each one can eat.
Yeah. It's normal.
Huge for me. I couldn't eat by myself. All the time I eat with my friend. But all the time I feel very full every time. I eat twice in London and Australia. I ate fish and chips. So huge.
Yes.
But you can eat.
Okay.
Everybody.
I would say most people would, yes. But I mean, you do need to be fairly hungry for a full fish and chips.
Okay, compare this one and this one. Yes.
I like that. I really like the it's a lot like fresher even though it's fried. It feels like the flavors are lighter and more like it's nice. It's very different. Like vibrant. It's very vibrant, I think. And also I just do really like salt, so I'll try this one, which I think is going to be more. There we go.
Is it different?
So texturally, I think that's a lot nicer.
Oh.
Texturally, that is just really, really. It just pulls apart when you eat it. Like you don't even need to chew really. It's kind of it comes apart. And then again, its flavors are lovely and it's not overbearing or anything. No, it's really they're both really, really good. I think, yeah, they're both lovely.
Which one do you like?
I think I need to try one. Fair. Give them a fair test.
You can eat all of it.
But I'm will be very full if I do that. Oh. It's actually coming apart. It's so soft. really like the I think this one would win just because it's so soft. I really do love, it's so soft to eat. Please do have some, I can't be the only one eating this.
Eating it with rice.
Try this
Usually,
one.
unagi is rice. On the rice.
The rice.
Thank you. Cheese. Thank you. Thank you.
Some good rice.
Do you like it?
Yeah. It's just so delicious.
Oh, really?
I think it is a lot in the texture, and I do really love the flavour as well, but the texture is just it's such a lovely feeling to eat. Please do have some, please do have some. I can't be the only one eating this, I'll get too fat.
美味しいですすごい。鍋も全部。
最終的にはでも焼きがうまいでしょ。
美味しいです。
美味しいです。うなぎは焼きがうまい。できるわ。
Do you like Japan?
I've certainly enjoyed my time here so far. I definitely think of the things that, like the food and the alcohol, are some of the best things about Japan. Obviously, the entire country, there's so much to love, but especially when you compare it to England, I think the food is much nicer.
I like England.
Really, you like English food?
English food.
Wow,
Yeah.
that surprises me.
I ate English muffin in the morning. I love it. English muffin. And also fish and chips. I can't remember another English food.
Exactly. But yeah, I think there's just such a wide range of things here, and yeah, I'm really enjoying my time so far. University is hard, but I guess that should be expected. And then it also has very beautiful nature. Japan is a very beautiful country in many ways. I do really like the mountains here. You don't really have many mountains like that in the UK.
Yes.
So, for example, Yakushima, the walk there is stunning in ways that, and the English countryside is very pretty, and I would really recommend taking a trip out and walking through Kent or the Lake District and places like that in the UK. But even though they're beautiful, they're not quite as visually impressive as some of the things you see in Japan.
Thank you. What is your recommended English food?
Recommended English food. Indian curry.
Indian curry.
Indian curry.
Yeah. Some of the best meals I've had in London have been Indian curries. I think that's what I'd have to recommend. In terms of traditional British food, traditional things, I think it's much better to go for maybe like a tea time and have scones or cakes and sweet things like that, which are very delicious. So that's definitely something I'd recommend. It's very warming. I feel healed.
Indian people loves royal family. Everybody. Really?
Yeah. So it's become more divided recently. I think a lot of people still do really love the royal family, and I very much love the royal family. I have a lot of respect, particularly for the Queen. So it was her Jubilee recently. Do you know the Queen's Jubilee?
Jubilee.
So she has been the Queen of England for 70 years. Is that correct? 70 years, I think. 52 to 22. So we had a big celebration in the UK.
What is your favorite royal family?
Yeah, big.
A friend of mine, we was a junior high school student. She went to London to travel, and she was so surprised because England people buy some calendar of royal family.
Yeah.
It's but she said it's normal for England people.
I mean, so there's recently been a lot of controversy. So, do you know about Prince Harry? Yeah. So he basically left, which, was very controversial. But no, I think people do very much still love the Queen. Definitely. I remember a few years ago the Japanese emperor abdicated, stuff changed, right?
Yes.
But he didn't die.
Yeah. No, die.
No, he didn't die. They just changed,
Yes.
which was
Rare case.
We love emperor, but we don't buy.
Yes. Yeah.
See before. Some people might buy.
No.
Do you have hobbies?
Hobbies. I do. I normally like playing futsal, and watching football as well. Generally, soccer. 2 months ago, I broke my foot.
Why?
Playing football. Someone quite a large man stepped on my foot. So I've had to stop for a bit.
In England?
No, in Japan. It was just when I came.
Yes. And
I didn't need it, but I needed like a boot
boot.
to
Wow.
I rented an apartment in Sendagi, which is maybe 20 minutes walk to my university, but only walk, right? So after I broke my foot, it was really difficult to get to university.
How long did it take?
So it was like 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I would just very slowly.
But in the college, so huge. In the college, it's very.
Oh, they're so big. It's so big.
Yes.
So I live in Sendagi, right? And it is a 15-minute walk to less than, it's a 10-minute walk to the start of my university.
Yes.
And then it's another 15 minutes to the other end. It's so big. But it's really beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Like today.
Like today.
Yeah. This is actually quite short. But no, At least it's a beautiful walk, you know, lots of quiet streets.
Already get wet.
Mostly. So I can walk now, but I can't play football for a little bit. So I'm playing video games instead. I recently bought the GameCube. Nintendo GameCube, like an old system. Yeah. So it's how I'm trying to learn Japanese is by playing Zelda. Kazuna on in Japanese. It's very difficult.
Yes. You have to all the time set a Google Translation.
The game is not to speak.
Yeah, no. But there's a lot of reading.
This game don't have kanji? Little bit.
Little bit. Yeah. But they'll always have what, furigana? No.
Furigana.
Yeah.
It's for kids.
Yeah. It's easy.
Can you read hiragana?
Mostly, yeah.
Katakana.
Mostly, yeah.
Kanji.
I can read some. You know, like mountain
Yes.
or
Treasure Mountain.
Treasure.
Oh, okay. Because I know is that
Takara.
this is so I play some shogi. Do you know shogi? Shogi, and then this part, yeah, is a shogi.
Yes. Can you play shogi? Wow.
Genius.
I play.
It's like chess.
Yeah, so I play a lot of chess. So now that I'm here, I've decided I want to learn some more shogi. So I've been trying to learn.
It's similar. Like, the rule is similar.
There are some similarities, but it's very different. So in English, chess is more tactical and less strategic, which is to say, sorry, chess is more short term, whereas shogi you have to think very far into the future.
Yeah.
And Eagle.
Black and white.
Yeah. So I've tried to learn that as well. That's also very strategic as well, and I think shogi's sort of in the middle of chess and Eagle. So I've actually been to quite a few countries. So last time I was here, I stopped over on my way home through Korea, and I thought that was a lot of fun. I think particularly the drinking culture, like nightlife and drinking culture, is a bit more similar to the UK's. I think.
Did you try beer?
Soju, yeah.
Like a rum?
Yeah.
Did you drink a lot in Korea?
Too much.
What about the Korean food?
Korean food is nice. It is lovely, and particularly I forget what they're called, the rice cakes. I do really love the. Do you know the rice cake? I should know the name of this. I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to try. But I also like Korean flavors a lot. So whenever I'm cooking, I always love to have some. Is it called gochujang? Gochujang.
Stick mochi.
Oh, stick mochi. Yeah. And that is what I really like. But tteokbokki. That's the name.
Maybe it's good for beer.
Yeah, so I do really like Korean food as well. But I think I prefer Japanese food. Don't tell anyone. Between you and me.
Can you speak any Japanese?
少しだけ。
上手。
3年前にできたけど、練習しないから今 全然できない。
できてますよ。できてた。
Do you study Japanese?
I want to. So my university offered courses in Japanese, and I thought, oh, I'll take them. But my economics is too difficult. But I mean, it's a good university, so it is what it is.
Did you enjoy unagi?
It was so good. All those different ways. I do think. What was my favorite? I think the traditional was my favorite. I think the traditional way is actually my favorite. But there were so many really good ways. I really liked the egg. The egg roll. And also the jelly was really nice. It was also good. It was also good.
I'm glad to hear. Do you like anime?
Like some anime, yeah. I don't really watch much, if I'm honest. But especially, so I really liked the Shinkai, Makoto Shinkai films.
Kimi no Nawa.
Kimi no Nawa, and I don't know what it's called in Japanese, but 5 centimeters per second.
Yes.
Old one. I really like that film. That's one of my favorite films. I actually really like one of my favorite films as well is Kon Satoshi.
I don't know.
Like Perfect Blue, Paprika. No.
I don't know. Do you know?
I've heard of it.
It's a bit old stuff, but it's very powerful, I think. But yeah, that's my. Yeah.
How about Ghibli?
So as a child, I never really watched any Ghibli, which was sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In England.
Yeah, no. A lot of my friends did actually, but I never did. So I've watched some Ghibli, and I think my favorites have usually been not the same as other people. So I really like Mononoke Hime.
Oh.
That's like
Yeah.
You go to.
Oh, yes, like a Yakushima.
Yeah.
It's a model of Yakushima.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I never pieced that together in my head, but yeah.
Oh, you didn't know it.
I didn't know that.
It's model.
Yeah.
Oh,
Princess Mononoke.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know that. I also really like the one, I can't remember its name. The other Hime, the other princess. Kaguya Hime.
Kaguya-hime.
Yeah. Do you know,
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one that's... And then I also like, do you know The Wind Rises? The airplane? The man who invented the airplane. I thought that was really, really good.
Kiki delivery.
Service.
Yes, yeah.
And Sen to Chihiro. How can I say in English?
I think that's Spirited Away.
Oh, yeah.
Spirited Away is completely different. I've always wondered this about that film, by the way. So the Japanese title is Sen to
Chihiro.
Chihiro.
No
Kamikaze. Is that a pun? Is that a joke on Sento? Sento. Because it takes place in a centaur.
Oh, yeah.
Is that? Do you know that's not? Is that true?
Sento.
Spa.
Spa.
I've always wondered.
I don't know.
No, maybe not.
I didn't notice.
What's that?
I'm very fun.
Fun, yeah.
I can talk with you.
Yeah. It's definitely been a lot of fun. Thank you so much again for the food. It was absolutely delicious. Such good food. Okay. I'm working hard on my studies.
You are the first one British.
Really? Oh, I'm glad to be the first. Hopefully I've got a good impression. British people. Unagi is better than I thought it would be. It's so lovely. I knew that it would be lovely because it's Japanese food and all Japanese food is lovely. That's obvious. But I was actually shocked. I was blown away. And I was blown away by how many ways you could eat it as well. And that was, incredible. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. This was an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.